And just to continue with the same one, brothers and sisters, honor thy father and thy mother. Don't forget, we read in Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That is very important, because in order for our children to honor their parents, right, we have to train our children in such a way that they remember the words that we train them, right? Ellen White writes in Letters and Manuscripts that, and the children as they grow in years are to appreciate the care that their parents had given them, and should find their greatest pleasure in helping father and mother. So in order for our children to have that compassion and that love towards their parents, we need to train our children in such a way that as they grow and as they get older and as they mature, they not only give care to their biological parents, but most importantly, they learn of the word. We have to train our children in the word. As we train our children in the word by teaching them the word, they themselves will not depart from the word. I again, a bit of a testimony from me. I was brought up in the faith. I was brought up in a few different religions. Again, watch my testimony and you'll see it. But I was brought up in the faith, in terms of understanding there is a God. And all my life, no matter what I went through, even the times when I was a bit agnostic, I always remembered that there was a God. Right, there was a God, and there is a living God in heaven who is looking down upon us. So it's just an example of, no matter what had happened in my life, I always believed there was a God, and I always prayed. Honestly, even in the most detrimental times of my life, in the most sinful times of my life, I always prayed every single evening before bed. It became a routine. Although the prayers were in vain and they didn't really have any value, I always prayed. So, brothers and sisters, train your children up properly, that they may honor thy father and thy mother. Now the next couple, the world will definitely stand by. So thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, and thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. We'll come back to that in a second. But the other three, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, and thou shalt not steal, these also have judicial commitments as well. So in whatever country, stealing, adultery, and killing are all sinful and wrong things, immoral things that men itself look down upon. Especially killing and stealing have judicial and legislative powers as well, that you could go to prison, you could face fines, you could be judged upon.